Dropped him off at the parking lot at the end of 2nd Street. He took his place in line and he checked his watch. Over his shoulder for the second time, tied the laces on his feet, and I asked him, son, what's your time to be? Looked back at that parking lot and then he looked at me. Said her name was Mary, said they met at 17. Said he'd been a fool and he's afraid that she will leave just to stay with Mary. Is his time to be? Stay with Mary, is his time to be. I never saw him driving up, he just showed up from the street. He wore tattered clothes and he looked like hell. I saw the ankle swelling on his feet, and I said, man, what's your time to be? Said it had been 30 days since he'd had a drop to drink. Said the days were hard and the nights were long. He looked at me and then he looked back at the street. Said one more day was his time to be. Said every day was his time to be. Right up to that starting line, she's gonna take the lead. She's wearing ribbons and dressed in pink. She looked up at that starting time and then she looked at me, said, excuse me ma'am, what's your time to be? Looked down at those ribbons and then she looked back at me, took off a cap so I could see. She said she'd been to chemo, had to go for 3 more weeks, and she said 5 years was her time to be. And she said 5 years was her time to be. Well, the timer started and the runners parted down 2nd Street. We all moved as one, and I checked my watch. Thought about him for a second time, and I could barely breathe. And I asked myself, what's your time to be? And I asked myself, what's your time to be? And I asked myself, what's your time to be?